The Supreme Court rules that the EPA can't limit power plants' ability to fight climate change. Representative Mike Levin joining us now with more. Representative, good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
So tell me, what was your reaction when you saw the ruling?
Well, this is a tough one. You know, anybody that grew up in Southern California, we remember the era of the smog alerts being a constant. And we've taken bold steps in California to try to reduce air emissions. The EPA now, under this decision, is being severely limited in what they're able to do. And I would just remind everybody that the creation of the Environmental Protection Agency, along with the Clean Air Act, the Clean Water Act, all those were broadly bipartisan initiatives. Richard Nixon was president of the United States when the EPA was created. In fact, when California sought a waiver to go even further under the need for our own clean air rules, Ronald Reagan was governor. And then when we moved forward with a bold, comprehensive policy that led to cap and trade in California, Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor. So only in the last few years have we seen the environment become such a polarizing partisan issue. And it really shouldn't be. Clean air, clean water, cleaner beaches, a safer planet for future generations. I think that's something we can all agree on. And I hope that we can get back to some common sense and away from these very divisive, very polarizing times that we're in.
You've made fighting climate change one of your key initiatives. So what does this ruling mean?
Well, it means that we're going to have to work extra hard in the Congress because, in effect, what the Supreme Court has said is that the legislation, in this case, the Clean Air Act, wasn't specific enough to allow the EPA to have a regulation that would reduce greenhouse gas emissions from power plants. Now, I strongly disagree with that. But when you read both the concurrence and the dissent, you see that they kick the ball back to Congress and say you have to be more prescriptive in your language. So we're going to do everything we can on that front. And in addition to that, I just sent a letter to the EPA saying that they needed to take much stronger actions in regulating what are called criteria air pollutants that lead to smog. Things like SOx and NOx and particulate matter and ozone, things that we know we can really make an improvement on, as we have in California, if we just take those proactive steps. And at the end of the day, the Supreme Court, I wish, would stand up for the average person and their health and safety as much as they've stood up for the fossil fuel industry. Unfortunately, the decision isn't just about the environment, though, because of the scope of the ruling. It really could apply to other agencies that are trying to protect health and safety across the board. So I see this, unfortunately, as a real gut punch for health and safety for the average American.
And unfortunately, a lot of pollution, we don't see it with our eyes. How big of a problem is it here in Southern California and in San Diego?
It's still a big problem. You know, in California, we have the California Air Resources Board, which has oversight over mobile source pollution from vehicles. We have our air districts, including in San Diego. They regulate the stationary source pollution, so things like power plants and industrial pollution. But it's better than it used to be. Anybody that grew up here in Southern California knows it's a whole lot better than it used to be, but also knows that we have a long way to go, and we have to continue to accelerate the transition to more sustainable sources of energy. We've got to build buildings more efficiently, and we've got to generate electricity from cleaner sources. And in effect, that's all EPA was trying to do. They were trying to say that we needed to shift away from coal towards cleaner sources like solar, wind, and even natural gas in their clean power plan. And ultimately, the Supreme Court said, no, we're not going to stand with the average person and their health and safety. We're going to stand with the fossil fuel industry. And that's a real shame.
People watching right now, they want to do something to help with climate change. What can they do, Representative?
Well, get involved. You know, this democracy is only what we all make of it. And that's the beauty of our system. So if you don't like what you're seeing in Washington, D.C., get involved, make your own positions known. And that's on all of us to do. That's why I ran for office as an environmental attorney, somebody involved in the clean energy industry, a father of 2 young children. I wanted them to have a cleaner future, and that's why I decided to run. So everybody's got to do what they can do to make a difference, but this is on all of us.
Representative Levin, we always appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks. Good to be with you.